Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lane Kingdom. I'm Azael, and today we're going to be breaking down Rekkles and Hylissang's Game 1 performance in the World's 2020 Quarterfinals versus top Esports, JackeyLove and Yuyanjia. Fnatic draft Sen and Rakan to help their side lane play and have reliable engage, while top grab Ezreal to pair with Zoe for a poke comp. They also pick up Leona for engage and her ability to effectively lock down and answer Rakan in lane. Sen and Rakan can use sustain to their advantage to chip away at their opponents, while avoiding Ezreal poke and watching out for all-ins, especially once Ezreal and Leona have their ultimates. They also have strong CC layering with Rakan W to center root, and great gank setup post 6 for their jungler, which can allow them to find kills against Ezreal, who has taken teleport instead of heal or cleanse. 250 into the game, we see the first example of the game plan for Fnatic's bot lane: coordinated engages and trades around enemy minion kills. Hylissang pings his own cannon to signify that they're going to engage and trade when Leona steps forward to execute the minion. As Leona steps forward, Rakan W's in, lands the knockup, but Senna's root hits a minion, so the trade peters out. Fnatic's bot lane have sustain though, and they collected a soul for Senna, so it's still a positive for them. Since Fnatic are being pushed in, they have no safe access to the river to ward. If Rakan wraps around into their own jungle to ward, then Senna would be 1v2, potentially get jumped on and killed, and if you walk straight into the river, you may be face-checking an enemy jungler and die. To circumvent this, Rekkles uses a super useful warding trick for red side bot lanes, and with some clever placement is able to extend the range of the ward to place it in the brush without leaving his own lane. Something we'll see them repeat 3 times in this laning phase. It's important to note the positioning of Rakan and Senna, who are stacked on top of each other consistently and always keeping a minion between them and Ezreal, while also staying as far forward as they possibly can to be able to auto-attack or jump on top members if they misposition or just step forward to farm. When the cannon arrives, we see Hylissang again initiate the same play as previous by jumping forward onto Yuyanjia as he tries to execute the cannon. This time, JackeyLove shifts in aggressively as Rakan uses his CC on Leona, trying to trade back. But because Leona isn't stacked with him, Rekkles finds the angle to root JackeyLove, and Fnatic ignite him and pile on to look for the all-in. Both flash forward and chase him down, as Rekkles cleanses a stun from Leona to help them grab the first blood. Knowing that Ezreal has TP and the wave is at the tower, Rekkles immediately looks to reset, which Hylissang enables by not basing himself and instead blocking Ezreal's Q, which allows Rekkles to get his back and buy. After holding the wave to win a trade and deny some farm from JackeyLove, Leona has arrived back to lane, and again as she steps up for the cannon, Fnatic look to punish, rinse and repeat. This time though, it is anticipated by Yuyanjia and sidestep. JackeyLove hits 6 earlier than Rekkles, due to Leona's roaming granting him solo experience. So, when Rekkles uses his Q and steps up to last hit, Leona sees a window to engage. Zenith Blades Rekkles, then stuns and ignites him as Ezreal starts channeling his ultimate to try bursting him down during the CC. Hylissang jumps in to peel the Leona as an MVP minion blocks the Ezreal Q, and Hilly knocks up Leona, hits a Q to heal himself and Rekkles, then uses both charges of his shield as the Fnatic bot lane barely limp away with Hylissang hitting as low as 66 health after blocking a ton of damage for Rekkles, whose Curse of the Black Mist couldn't protect them with Leona inside granting vision. With both lanes having reset, Hylissang groups up with Selfmade to ward and take camps from the enemy jungle. They then move down to bot lane for a potential pick or zoning play. Leona has shown mid, and Graves just finished the Rift Herald, so JackeyLove has to back off and give up farm and tower damage to Rekkles. Kindred and Rakan are setting up for a pick. Leona shows up, but Selfmade goes too early. Not allowing Rakan to engage first gives Leona the time to flash back to her tower and to safety as Fnatic is forced to retreat. The enemy Graves and Zoe have pushed out mid and are heading to bot lane to cut off Fnatic. They run into Selfmade and force out the Kindred ultimate immediately from some huge burst out of the Graves. Rekkles hits the Graves with his root though, and Hylissang is then able to follow up for a guaranteed knockup, CCing both Ezreal and the Graves right out of it. Knowing the shield and damage of his ultimate would be wasted during the Kindred immunity, Rekkles times it to land during the knockup right after the Lamb's respite has expired. Nemesis is Galio ulting in as Zoe arrives to clean up the kill on Selfmade. But Galio taunts both the bot laners and Rekkles kills Leona. He then turns his eyes to Ezreal, who has both Flash and Arcane Shift. Knowing the only escape for JackeyLove would be over the wall, Rekkles already has his cursor hovered where he thinks Ezreal would go. And as he flashes and shifts over the wall, Rekkles has already shot his route to JackeyLove's destination, grabbing a second kill off a very stylish prediction. At 12:20, when Rift Herald is being summoned mid lane, Fnatic knows Ezreal still has no flash from the previous fight. And with Rakan and Kindred waiting in the brush, they ping onto the minion that they'll engage on. And as JackeyLove grabs that CS, Hylissang jumps in, CCing up JackeyLove. Again, top bot lane isn't on the same page, as Leona does not block the following Senna route, which means there's no chance for JackeyLove to escape despite the two-man ultimate and stuns coming out to peel for him. As Rekkles takes down the bot lane tower shortly after turret blades have fallen, he's now up 1.6k gold. Rakan is also up 350. Fnatic's bot lane went into this game with a plan. They coordinated very well to execute on it. Punish their opponents on every cannon minion, and coordinate their engages around simple cues such as minion kills. They created their advantages not just through farm, but by utilizing fantastic engages and CC chains to repeatedly take down Ezreal, who's considered to be the safest marksman in the game today. This created a 2k bot lane advantage that Fnatic was able to use to thwart an extremely strong Zoe and snowball the game to an upset win. Despite coming into the series as massive underdogs, Fnatic pushed top to their limit in a full 5-game series and impressed many around the world with their dominant bot lane play against some of the world's very best. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to share it and let me know what you want to see from the World Semifinals coming up this weekend by tweeting me at Azael on Twitter. See you next time.